Hi everyone, welcome back to Everything Lynn. First of all, hiatus. I know it's been a while. So it was summer break. I had the summer with my kids, so obviously I couldn't film as much with them. Honestly, I did need that break, for a little mental clarity, a little refresher, to repurpose myself and refocus my goals. But I am so glad to be back. I've missed you guys. I've missed it. So let's dive into this video.
Every single day, I get up at 6 a.m. I spend about 5 to 6 hours filming video content. I spend a few hours editing that video content. Then I have to work on my other social media profiles, whatever it may be, Instagram, whatever. I'm in meetings from 12 to 5. I literally just finished work and it's 5:19. Try being an influencer for a day. Try it. Because the people who say it's easy are so far out of their minds, try it for a day.
So within the past year or so, I had decided to really dive into content creation. I thought I had a goal and I really wanted to see where it would go. It seemed like fast money, easy job, popularity, all the perks. Now, I remember at the beginning of the video when Michaela said what she said, people dragged her for filth. Rightfully so at the time, right? Because it was like, ma'am, you're comparing a 9 to 5 or a 7 to 7 to you making a video that was maybe 3 minutes long and you're getting thousands or millions versus whatever we're getting. That's apples to oranges. But something after this past year of trying to really be a content creator, something has to be said for the amount of work and effort that actually goes into it, which brings me to my first point of content creation. For instance, when I want to make a YouTube video, I can't just hop up on here. I know a lot of people do, but me personally, I can't just roll out of bed and hop up on here and start talking to you guys. After thinking about and even finding a topic, there is a script I have to write. Then I have to set aside a time that makes sense for me to do my makeup. I like to make sure my space is clean. Then I have to make sure I have the time blocked off and the energy to even shoot the video. Then when I finally mustered up the energy, because some days I just don't have it, then I shoot the video, then comes editing. Hours and hours of editing. Sometimes you really wind up having to dedicate a full day, and all of us don't have it. If you've put in your mind that you want to be a content creator, consider that there will be times where it will be very draining, like Michaela tried to say, not so eloquently, but it will be very draining. And so you'll have to manage your time and your priorities in order to fulfill this dream. My second point. So a lot of us will have to realize that for the majority, this will be a marathon and not a sprint. Sometimes it can seem like, suddenly somebody's popular, but a lot of us don't see the blood, sweat, and tears that went into this for them to make it out in the end, to be in front of us on our screens like this. For instance, Jackie Aina, she had been doing makeup videos starting from scratch for years before she started pulling in deals and saw her success materialize to where it is now. But the dedication, time, and consistency is what really paid off. In this content creation journey, there will be times where you're going to be looking at yourself versus other creators. And you're going to be frustrated, wondering why them and not you? And for some of you, it's just not you yet. There will be times, when you put in all that work to make a video and you only get 10 views, or even less than 10. Will you bring yourself to make another? Are you willing to stick with it even when you doubt yourself? Because there will be a lot of times when you doubt yourself.
I don't care that abuse and harassment, stalking, whatever, is a normal thing to do to people who are famous or a little famous, whatever. I don't care that it's normal. I don't care that this crazy type of behavior comes along with the job, the career field I've chosen. That does not make it okay. That doesn't make it normal. It doesn't mean I want it. It doesn't mean that I like it. I don't want whatever the you think you're supposed to be entitled to whenever you see a celebrity. I don't give a fuck if you think it's selfish of me to say no for a photo or for your time or for a hug. That's not normal. That's weird. It's weird how people think that you know a person just because you see them online or you listen to the art they make. That's fucking weird. I'm allowed to say no to creepy behavior, okay?
This point really hits home close for me, and I'll explain for you guys why. When I first decided that hey, I'm pretty outgoing, I love to help people, maybe I could be a content creator, that looks like fun. I began to notice a troubling trend that I started to see like with some of my favorite content creators. It was this strange and honestly scary phenomenon where people would propel somebody into stardom, right? Like the masses decided you're cool, you're popular now, we like you. And then inexplicably, or maybe within reason, there would be a time when they would just turn on them. Like they were here today and gone tomorrow. The downfall would be so harsh and honestly, like a little inhumane, to be fair. A lot of creators and like a lot of celebrities even, they like suffer from anxiety and depression, like crippling anxiety of having to appear how the public wants them to appear all the time. And if they decide that they really like you, you can forget having any opinions or any imperfections of your own that clash with their idealistic opinion of you and how they see you, because there will be hell to pay. Parasocial relationships are real, scary, and unhealthy for all parties involved. Not to mention like the lack of privacy and like basic decency that the public will allow you in order to do like regular things that you've done before in peace. I am nowhere near. Like I love all of my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. But like, let's be real. I'm nowhere near like that level of superstardom, right? At all, obviously. But like when I sat and thought about it, because like eventually, of course, that would have been my goal. But like, I cannot imagine walking around like in a space with my littles and then like having to fear for their safety or my safety simply because I'm popular, I'm well known. Like, are you dumb? Like I would I would not be okay with that. So like I really had to sit with myself and reassess the priority. Like what am I willing to pay for fame? What am I willing to pay for the success if this pops off, or like mentally and emotionally, in case it did pop off and then suddenly, I say something offhand or whatever and people don't agree with it and then it comes crumbling down. Like, what am I willing to, because you're going to have to in life, you don't get something for nothing. You're going to have to give in exchange. So these are things that you'd really have to consider becoming a content creator. Unfortunately, it does come with the territory where some people think that because they propelled you into this space, into the light, that they own you. And it just simply isn't so. So now that we've gotten out the way, the things to consider, like these are top 3 things that I would really, really consider. Let's get into some tips and tricks. Tip number 1 for all my baby creators out there, who are ready to do this whole thing. Press play and start talking to your camera as much as possible. If you go back to my very first video, please don't, because it's cringe. Like at this point, like I'm like, wow, it was so cringe. But if you do go back to my first video, you'll see like it was so hard for me to like speak easily, like as easily as I do to you guys now. And this came with practice. You have to go ahead and press play and publish that video. Get the channel started, whether it be TikTok or wherever, and like get the video out there. You're never like, the only way to start is to start. So yes, we can get into a place where we're like, what is that thing called? It's a paralysis where you're like, but it has to be perfect and I don't want to get it out unless it's perfect. Get that out of your mind like immediately. Go ahead. One tip that I had that helped me a lot was like looking at other people's YouTube channels and like just getting a look at the quality, the way that things were done. Some people didn't even have mics, but baby, they pressed played and they published. And guess what? The subscribers came. So like, you have to get it out there. Otherwise, nobody will ever know who you are. You have to press play and you have to get it published. Just do it. Just do it. Another tip that I would have is maybe find a niche, but don't niche yourself down because, okay, so an example that I would have is, say I were a hair channel, right? There's only so much that you can talk about with hair. Can you imagine, like, I started my lock journey and I took you guys along with that. Once I cut my locks, my channel would have been done, like, from then, right? But I have, like, the channel is called Everything Lynn. And this is mostly, like, everything that comes to my mind that I even want to talk to people about. And what so happens is, like, I like to talk trending topics and I like to give life advice. And occasionally, like, hey, I might start talking about nutrition. I might start talking about exercising. I might start talking about, like medicine, whatever, other things, because this is everything Lynn. This is everything that I'm interested in. So have something that you can anchor to, but I wouldn't say specifically niche into it unless you like it can provide you endless amounts of topics, like something that's always changing, whether it be electronics or whatever. Like niche it, but not so honed into it so that you don't like put yourself into a corner. Don't put baby in a corner. My final piece would be shorts. Shorts, baby. If you're on YouTube, get you some shorts out there. Like, I'm not talking jeans. I'm not talking clothes, by the way. I mean the little shorts, like the short videos. As much as possible, get shorts out there, because the way YouTube disseminates it out into the public and gets eyes on your channel is like pretty incredible. It does pretty incredible things for your channel. You will see exponential growth if you can get even snippets of your own videos out, like down to 60 seconds, like an interesting portion of your video out there for people to see, get them interested in coming to your channel and watching more things, or even like shorts from other things. If you see it, if you can get it cut down even more and then just out there, if it's about your channel, definitely get the shorts out. So those are the tips, and those are the things I would say that one would need to consider before becoming a content creator. It has been a while doing this. I love doing this. None of these things were meant to deter you from actually taking it on. I think it's a very fun thing to do. For me, as of now, I've decided that it's a hobby. I'm going to be going back to school, so there will come the mental gymnastics of me like trying to figure out school and this being my hobby. And obviously I'm a mom, so there's that thing at the beginning, like I said, time and priority. But like I genuinely enjoy doing this. I love getting comments from you guys. I love the support. I love being able to like, if I've helped any of you guys, like I freaking love the thought of that. So like, it's just a joy for me in that way. I come what may, wherever this winds up. Yeah. If you want to take it seriously, I highly encourage it. I wish you nothing but the best and life's happiness in it. And, just do it for the plot. Do it. Start it, do it, and see what happens. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.